So we are moving out of a 2,780 square foot house into a 30-foot travel trailer, and I'm trying to do everything I can as far as storage, to be organized in our storage so that we can fit more stuff.
Hey y'all, I'm Michael.
And I'm Kelly.
We've been planning and preparing to sell everything in our house that we can't fit into an RV for the last 6 years.
After asking Michael what he wanted for his birthday and him telling me,
all I want is just to be out of our house and into a motorhome.
I knew I couldn't get us into our motorhome before his birthday, but I could get us into a small travel trailer.
Boy, was I surprised.
So come along with us as we transition from a 2,780 square foot house my grandparents built in 1964 to a 31-foot travel trailer.
Emotions and all, this is going to be quite an adventure.
So I found these, it's a closet hanger storage unit. I found it on Amazon. So we'll put the link in the description. But it's got drawers to it. So I thought, well, and we roll our clothes. We cruise a lot, so we roll our clothes. We found that we can get a lot more clothes in a suitcase when we roll them. It takes up less room and it doesn't wrinkle as bad. So this is all the drawers that it has. Ooh, super cool. And it feels kind of sturdy. I was worried that it would be flimsy. It's really not flimsy. So I'm happy about that. This one has, this is like, I think it's a sock drawer. I'm actually gonna do socks and underwear.
It's underwear.
Oh, it's underwear? Okay, I thought it was socks. Well, that's what's gonna go in it, but my socks are gonna go in here too because I wear the little no-show socks. Because if I have shoes on, it's like Keds or something like that type tennis shoes. But it's got a handle on the front. I really like these. And then these, is this for shoes? So it's a little bit smaller, so 2 of these will fit in one drawer. It's got 2 of these. This has Velcro in it. I guess you can put this in.
Yes, they're dividers.
Cool, I really like that. So that just even makes it even more sturdy. I was looking for like the hanging shoe rack, not the one that you put in like this, but you would slide in. Like say this was hanging and you'd slide your shoes in here. But we measured last night and there's not enough room between this. Oh, this is to go in the bottom to keep them. Oh yeah. That is really sturdy then. Then I should have done this here. I guess it would be good to open all your stuff before you start putting it together because I'm not an instruction reader kind of person.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's right here.
Well, I am.
You'll read the instructions.
But you know what? I like this because I'm sitting here thinking I could make this as big or as little as I wanted. I could put it wherever I want to make it the size that I want. So I like that. So this would go in here. It's got a little tab on it to pull it back out when you're ready to pull it back out. I'm kind of weird about stuff, stuff going the same way. I know it's really dumb, but I'm sticking all mine in the back. These are really very sturdy. One thing I liked about it is it's got pockets on the side too, because I thought, I don't wear a lot of jewelry, but I do have some jewelry that I could put in there. Or I think I'm gonna lose this drawer right here once I put it in there because of the size of my closet. So this is gonna wrap around the rod. So one thing that when we first got the camper, looking at the closet, like I opened it but I didn't pay attention to how deep it was. So I'm thinking that the camper, the closet's gonna stop right here. And I'm wondering, well, that's a lot of space wasted. So after we got it moved in and I'm measuring it, that's when I finally realized how deep this closet really is. I was measuring it to see how long of a closet organizer I could get. Well, it's deep. It goes in, if you can see here, what is that about? Is that about a foot deep? And I guess that's so that you can hang clothes and them hang down in there. But I was pretty excited when I realized how deep it actually was. Oh, look at that. It's just gonna fit. Yeah, it's not gonna give me any room to put a shoe organizer though.
Well, you can push it to either side and hang some stuff in there too.
Yeah, see, I was thinking today, because I was starting to get shirts ready, I'm gonna move up here, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna leave these on the hanger, because since I can't fit a shoe organizer, I might can slide it to one side and just fit, well, probably this side so I can get to those. But yeah. So now let's see. Let's stick our drawers in.
So how many of them cubbies did you lose?
How many?
How many of them cubbies?
Oh, yeah, I only lost that bottom one.
Just one?
Mm-hmm. And I actually have room down in here where, since I'm not gonna be, that I could actually put some stuff down in there, like a little basket or something. You know what? Down here, I'll put these two. Could do my shoes that I don't wear all the time in the very bottom.
Heck, you could even use that without the drawers.
Without the bars? What do you mean?
Without the drawers, you can just roll clothes and stick them in there.
Yeah, but I thought it would be...
I mean, you can do it either way.
Yeah, because it's sturdy. It's sturdy enough to where I could. Some of them that I looked at in the stores, they were a little cheaper. This one was only 30, I think it was 35, and then I got a percentage off. Sometimes I always look for those. If it's got, scroll down when you're shopping on Amazon, because I didn't know this at first when I first started shopping on Amazon. Sometimes there's a little box down there you can click and get an extra coupon. And that's what I did for this. So I saved some money on this. But several that I looked at were flimsy here. They didn't have that extra thing. And then this was flimsy, like it was folding in. I thought, I don't want to deal with that. It's the least amount of frustration that you can have. That is nice. I love it. I think this is my favorite purchase so far. I really like it a lot. This is my closet after I got it fixed, so we don't have great lighting. I do plan on getting a light for my closet so that it'll be a little bit better, but excuse our lighting, I'm having to hold a flashlight. But I have a little bit of room to keep my travel bags because we travel a lot. I was able to fit everything that I wanted in there, and then I had a little bit of space down at the bottom that I rolled up my jeans and a couple of t-shirts. I've got just a little bit of hanging room, but not much, but that's okay. I roll most of my clothes. But I'm loving it so far. I was able to fit my yoga pants and my workout shirts in these drawers. They fit perfectly. What I did with these, I have my t-shirts, and then I like spaghetti strap shirts to wear under t-shirts. So I was able to fit all of those in there. And this is my my shorts, my capri pants, and then I'll probably put my jeans in here for the winter. Right now I've just got a couple pair that because I don't wear jeans much in the summer. I'm so hot natured. So I've got a couple pair down in the bottom. And I mostly wear the no-show socks. So I've got those in there. And then my pajamas, well, this is with my thicker socks, I wasn't able to roll them and get more than one pair in, but I just folded them in half. Michael showed me that. And I was able to get 2 pair in there, but then that's my other thicker socks to wear with tennis shoes. And then I've got my pajamas. In our sticks and bricks, we had a dish drainer. Is that what you call it? Strainer? Drainer? Strainer. Because our sink was double. So this sink is just one big sink. And there's no divider. So I had to find something, because I don't want to just keep a drainer in there, taking up room on the sink. So I found an awesome find. One of the things I found is this. So I was free with this, and it is something, and I could keep it, you know, here.
Well, for putting, you can keep it for putting hot pans on them.
Yeah, because you can use it for hot pans. So you can put your veggies or fruits there and wash them off, and then let them drain. You can drain your dishes on this, but the good thing is it rolls. I like things that roll because it takes less space. So it rolls up to next to nothing. We're trying to save as much space as we can because we're going from 2,700 square feet to 30. So,
not 30 square feet, because that would be a
well, 30 foot.
10 by 3.
So this will store, I mean, it's pretty slim compared to if it didn't push out. So what I saw was it push one side out first and then the other side. So some of them that I looked at didn't have the designated silverware thing, and I thought, well, silverware is going to be just going all willy-nilly. So, and you can also set this on that to strain, drain, drain. So if I wanted to use this, instead of taking up my counter space, because you don't really need that much room to wash, no, this way. You don't really need that much room to wash dishes, so you can sit it there. Or it came with this little handy dandy tray, and then the tray can also be used for other things. So if I wanted to sit it on the tray so that water doesn't get everywhere. I looked at so many different ones, but this is the one that I really like the best. It's got, this has rubber on the bottom so that it doesn't skid and slide. So that's pretty good there. But so then to put it down, you do one side at a time. And it stores like that. That's a lot less space than if we had gotten a regular dish strainer. It's got little holes to, can you see the little holes?
Mm-hmm.
Drain. Because some of them didn't. Some of them were just solid on the bottom, and then you got to pour it out. And I thought, that's not going to be good because I just wouldn't like that. But then it's got the little knobs so that you can set your plates up in it or whatever you're drying. And if you notice where I hung my big pot holder and mittens, oven mittens, those were already up there. The people we bought it from already had those. I don't know what they hung there, but I thought that's a good place for that. So. And for our kitchen towels, we have our dish rags here and our kitchen towels here. And again, I found a basket. Well, we already had this basket actually in our other house, and I just I already kept them like this, and it ended up that it just fit perfectly on our kitchen counter in our kitchen here. But again, rolling, you can fit so many more things just by rolling, and it fits perfect right there by our sink so that they're handy. As far as our drawers go, I was able to find these little organizers. So our, what is this drawer? Our whatnot drawer. It's got our scissors and lighter and screwdrivers, things like that. Junk drawer. So, but everything that's in there we use. But organizers made it easier so that we're not just throwing stuff down in there. More junk. But the organizers keep it handy. We've got a lot of command strips. Command strips are your best friend in a camper because you don't want to be hammering holes into the walls. So,
Kelly Jane, what are you doing?
I'm packing our pantry.
You PP? Packing the pantry? PTP?
Yeah, so
Packing the pantry?
it's coming together very slowly.
Yeah, one trip at a time.
But so far everything's working. My thoughts in my head are actually working here. So that's making me feel accomplished. We got a lot of K-cups to figure out though, but. And this is our coffee station. I was really excited to get a coffee station. We got a new Keurig. But this is a cabinet that I had at our big house already, and I vinyled it myself. Right now we don't have red potatoes in the red potato bin. That's Michael's storage, his junk drawer. Want to get the coffee drawer. This is where I thought about putting a K-cup storage right here, but then I thought, well, I don't want to take up that space. I found this most awesome little mat at Walmart for 97 cents, and it matched perfect. But this is where we keep our K-cups. We're about out. I'm going to Sam's today to get more, but it worked perfect. And then I found this at Hobby Lobby, and we do believe that good days start with coffee and Jesus. So it was perfect, but then we don't have baking potatoes there. That's where I've got my coffee cups and my sugar and creamer stored. I just started using that creamer. I usually would put the liquid creamer in, but they're so big and they're taking up a lot of space in our refrigerator. So I tried this one out and I really like it, so I'm going to go with that. And then this is where we store our bread. Right, yep, we've got our buns and our bread, our loaf bread. We have to eat a couple of days on the loaf bread before it'll fit in there, but it fits perfect. And this cabinet just gave us extra storage. So, and we actually do have fruit in our fruit bin, and that's where I also keep our apple core. We got to get some more cuties. But this worked out really good to give us that extra storage. I was afraid that we wouldn't be able to get a big trash can, but I found this one on Amazon. It's a 13-gallon. And, oh, watch this. How cool is that? Yeah, that's neat.
Soft close.
But it doesn't, like, it's narrow. It's long, but it's narrow. So it doesn't take up a lot of our space, our walk-in space, to get into the bathroom and to the back bunk. But I really liked that one. I saw actually somebody posted a link to this one on one of the full-time RV groups. So I thought, we'll try it out. And I really like it. It doesn't take up too much space. Had to try to figure out how to organize a pantry when I'm coming from a 2,780 square foot house to a 283 square foot. Is that right? So, you know, at home we were already organizing with the airtight containers in our pantry. But as far as our canned foods, they were in just a cabinet. Well, I don't have cabinets here, really, that I could put canned foods. So I thought, what can I do to organize in the pantry so that it'll be easy to get to instead of just stacking cans and then having to stack them back, because it's a pretty deep pantry. So I found this on Amazon. It is a simple trending 3-tier stackable can rack organizer, and I got it in bronze. So this is kind of like when you can see it. This is kind of like when you go to the grocery store and you see your canned soups and you pull one and then some more roll down. So I thought, well, that's pretty clever. And it holds 36 cans, I believe. You can space it the way you want. So if you've got tall cans, you can space it a little bit wider on some. Short cans, space it that way. So I thought I should have unboxed it with you, but I got too excited and Mikey had to go down to the trash dump because we got some other stuff from Amazon today. So I got too excited and went ahead and opened it. But here we go. Let's see. I'm not good at reading directions. So we'll see how this goes.
Or even following directions.
No, following directions is no fun at all, but maybe I should.
What are you doing?
I know that Mikey is just dying inside because he's like so organized and everything has to just be so, and it just drives him insane. That I am total opposite, and I just fly by the seat of my pants, and I hope this works. So far, everything in my head has actually worked. When I did it, the trash can's a little bit bigger than I thought that it was going to be, but what do? You gotta have somewhere to put your trash. Now to our pantry. I have been so excited how this came out because it worked. What happened in my head actually worked in the pantry. But I was able to put our George Foreman up here. This is parts to the George Foreman. This is, I found this pretty awesome strainer what is this, a colander? And it's like our dish drainer. It pops out, but it goes flat for easy storage. This is not my favorite item. If I had it to do over, I wouldn't have got that one. It just doesn't have, I've found some since then, but I just don't want to deal with sending it back and getting another. But it doesn't hold them good. So I found some that had drawers that hold. It's for Ziploc bags, but it's not my favorite. I wouldn't get it again. But as far as our storage containers, we already did this in our big house, and it ended up working just coming into the camper. So if you have a Ross in your area, you can find things like this. I found this for like $3 at Ross. When I saw it on Amazon, it was much more than that. But this is our unopened bags of chips, and then once we open them, we shift them to a container. but that gave me a little bit of space that I could store things like that. But most of our stuff is in these airtight containers, so that also keeps it fresh, and they stack really good. And then I found these. We found this one at Lowe's, didn't we? But it's just holding like our little bags of chips. But I really like the way that this has turned out. This one I found at Ross. Awesome. To hold your spices. It's actually 4 spices. So this is our can holder. After put together, it just barely fit. We had to really squeeze it in there to get it to fit, but look at how much space it saved us just by having this. And then we've got some more cans that we've got to move over here, but getting them in there, we'll just have to push them up to get the older ones to the back, I guess. But as we eat them, we'll move them forward. And then we've got my pots and pans fit pretty good in here. I've got another rack that I found at Ross. This white one right there that gave me a little bit of space. Anything you can layer makes it better. I'm just glad that my Pampered Chef stuff fit. And then we've got our bottom that we've stored our drinks and waters, Mikey cereal. I was pretty excited to find a container that would fit just my Jell-O. Fits in there perfect, but that's just a way that you can. And then I was able to stack, a couple more boxes on top. But I feel like with a small space, you just got to stay organized. That's the biggest thing, to fit more stuff if you organize it the right way. And this was one of my brainstorms that I thought would save space in our cabinets, because we just don't have that much cabinet space. But this has proved to work out very good. I just got the command hooks. I got the clear because I just am picky about the way things look, but it's the smaller ones. They hold up to a ½ pound. None of these things weigh a ½ pound, so I thought it would be perfect. But this is a great way to store if you don't have a lot of drawer space or cabinet space. I also did that with my my measuring spoons, and I actually found these measuring spoons at Ross too. These are really nice measuring spoons, but it fit perfect on the cabinet door. And then there's our dishes. So I found this storage unit at Ross for $3, and I also saw those on Amazon. They were quite a bit more than that. We will have to move our bowls when we move, because I put those in the sink the last time we moved, and it did fine there. This unit, actually, our daughter got it for us because I like to entertain. I thought that the silverware up there would be a better way, since we don't have a lot of drawer space. It actually is working out good, but it's a pain because they fall through, so we need to find cups that might fit in there to keep them from falling through these holes. But our food scale fit perfectly. Our pizza cutter fit perfectly. Those were Michael's ideas. I didn't even see that in my head, but he did it, and it worked perfect. I've got, for my cups, measuring cups, they're collapsible. Those are Weight Watchers, if you want to find those. And then I found this big, did we get this one at Ross? I ended up finding this container. I think I've got this one at Ross. But I thought some of our stuff is a little bit too long for it, but it fits up there fine. And when I cook, I just bring this down. It's holding all of our larger utensils and knives. So that fits perfect. And then I just pulled this one thing instead of trying to gather up a bunch of stuff that's laying up in there. But we're trying to save our drawer space since we don't have very much. These were hooks that were already on here before we got the camper. But I thought, perfect hooks for my robes, because I like robes in the winter. And then Michael hangs his jacket over there. And they left us this most awesome fan. I would have never thought to do that, but I have to sleep with a fan. And so did the previous owner. He said that he needed to sleep with a fan, so he left us that, and it is amazing. I love it. It's just an extra way. It's like having a ceiling fan. And to our bathroom storage. So when we got this camper, the previous owner had already, he already had this rack up. It's a pretty cool rack. So I just utilized what we already had. It has a Velcro strap so that when we move, I'll be able to, well, when we moved, I was able to strap everything down so our basket didn't go, because this basket or this container can slide off, but I strapped it in so it wouldn't go anywhere. But just like our clothes, we roll our towels. And that seemed to help us fit more in there. They fit better. I found this basket at Walmart. I think it was under $10, but it's holding our washcloths and a few hand towels. It ended up fitting perfectly on our shelf that we already had. But yeah, then we hang our towels here when we get done using them for them to dry. Why are you not cooperating? I think just my fingers don't work. My coordination has gone. COVID took my coordination.
Another mechanically inclined problem solver.
Are you saying that I'm not mechanically inclined? I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just curious if that's what you're saying.
Times you're not.
What?
At times you're not.
Yeah, I agree. What's wrong? I missed one.
Top right closest to you.
Oh.
Did y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
That's her this calculus. She counted 12, but really only done 11.
12. 2, 4, 6, 8. Shut up.
I think you need to get you a can.
Well, can't you get me a can?
I can get you a can.
Would you just get that whole thing? Because it's got
you
different.
want?
The plastic thing. I mean, aren't you my assistant right now?
Your assistant, your mechanic, your janitor, your plumber,
Yeah.
your
All
carpenter.
that. Did you say uh-huh or nuh-uh?
Yes.
Oh, we're going?
Mm-hmm.
No. Oh.
Hang on to it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
And giving you like a halo.
Turn it the other way. And maybe it'll... Oh, you can't, can you?
Go.
Are we on?
Action!
I'm totally putting that in the bloopers. That was you, not me.
No, don't be lying now.
There's barking spiders in here.
I'm called exterminator.
Okay, stop and start over.
Okay. Go.
Are you ready now?
Mm-hmm.
Stay tuned for more organizing. Organizing. We gotta turn the air back on. It's hot in here.
Guess who got a saver?
What? What'd you say?
So guess who got a saver?
Guess who what?
Has to save her.
Oh, yes, all the time. I know it drives me crazy.
Well, you've got
Countersunk holes facing out. Oh, I did it right.
Yeah.
Countersunk. Okay. So.
You can read.
Yeah, I can read. I just choose not to. I watched a girl put one of these together on Amazon, and she did pretty good. She didn't look like she would be somebody that would really do well at this, but she did. So if she can do it, I can. How are you supposed to hold it and do it at the same time? This is why I don't build stuff, y'all.